So here's some sad news. AQUA Times, which if you don't know them, they are a band that they've done stuff outside of anime, but they've also done a large amount of anime openings. I assume some endings as well that I
Yeah.
enjoyed. And they're actually breaking up. So, and the saddest thing too is that I'm sure they're a big enough band that they've toured outside the U.S., but it seems like their final tour is happening in Japan. So it's not even like U.S.
Mm,
fans like us can actually go check them out unless we go to Japan, which is kind of like
right.
I don't have that money. I don't know if you do, Tristan. I don't have that kind of cash, but.
No.
No, but the official website for Aqua Times announced on Tuesday that the group will break up after their activities in 2018. The members
Mm,
thanked and apologized to their supporters. The one thing I have to say, and this is a complete aside, I hate when any entertainer apologizes to their fans for something that isn't like an actual crime
yeah.
or actually offending someone by saying something really outrageous. I hate it.
Right.
And I don't hate Aqua Times for doing it. I just hate when I see something like, oh, I mean, granted, I understand if they actually like canceled a tour, then of course they can apologize, right? Because people paid money to go to the tour. Even if they got refunded, they
Right.
still paid that
Yeah.
money. Maybe they were going to fly out somewhere, so now they have to freaking cancel that flight. So they immediately
Right.
have to turn a tour into a vacation. Um, like you know, say like, well, we were gonna fly to Germany for that band, so I mean, I guess we should go on vacation, honey. Like, what do you do, right? But still, that I get. But when it comes to like some voice actress, let's say, right, or some idol saying like, I'm really sorry that I have a boyfriend. No, everyone that disagrees should shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my
Right.
whole take on it. So I hate that they apologize, but I'm so happy. It's still like nice that they thanked everyone, their supporters, and all of us, and for basically just being there for them throughout the years. The band will begin its final tour titled "Present is a Present" tour, 2018, and in Gifu on Saturday, and the tour will end in Okinawa on September 1st. So literally on September 1st is their last day as a band. Happy birthday, me! Thanks, guys. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Although we have to say the band formed in 2003, which is kind of funny how they then transitioned immediately into doing stuff for Bleach.
Yeah.
So not immediately, actually. It took them a few years. They weren't in the early opening endings for Bleach. If anyone doesn't
Yeah.
remember, they were the one where Kon, where he was singing it. That's the
Yeah.
one that they did for Bleach. Also, I haven't seen their work with Naruto Shippuden, but also apparently they did something for Gintama. Do you know
Tama.
which opening that was, or were you shocked?
I think it was one of the endings.
Okay, so one of the endings, and yeah, and they were formed in 2003. Apparently, I think they have switched some members here and there, and the group's
Mm,
eighth album, Nijurasen no Masayume, shipped on April 25th. So, I mean, they've been doing this
hey.
for 15 years now. I
Yeah.
get it.
8 albums is a good run.
Yeah, 8 albums, 15 years. And honestly, like, I get it.
So
It's been, what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
they've been doing this for a
I
while.
mean, maybe some just wanted to do different things.
I mean, yeah,
You
I
know.
know. And, and some bands, I mean, some people, it's really hard for them to do the whole two bands thing.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know how different it is in Japan to have someone in multiple bands. I know in the U.S., I know a bunch of
Mm,
different. Like I know the lead singer for Disturbed is also in another band as well. I can't remember the name
right.
off the top of my head, but they're a really good band. They just but you can tell that it's the same lead singer, and it's really funny because I heard this. I
Yeah.
heard the band. I'm gonna try to look them up right now as we're talking about this, but I heard the band, and I was like, that sounds like the lead guy from Disturbed, and I found out it was. Like he
Yeah.
does this on the side, and I'm like, damn, you must really like to then on the side be like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this band thing, just another one. Like that's some dedication. But yeah, I think some of them want to do other things. I hope it's not any bad blood or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because that's always sad when that happens over the years. People just grow tired of working together. So I hope that's not what it is. But either way, they had a really good run. I'm happy for them. I think. Well, okay. So I have a question for you. Was Bleach one of your first anime? I know you're gonna be like Matt. That's not true. But I mean anime, knowing that it's an anime.
I guess so. Yeah.
I'm only wondering because I'm wondering if like they're one of because to me I feel like they're one of my first like bands that I noticed, like AQUA Times, because I think they also did something.
Yeah,
They might have done something for one of the movies as well, potentially. But still,
right,
I'm just wondering if you know, like, if they might be one of your first, like, oh, I know that band from an anime, because again, like,
right.
because when we watched
Yeah,
Dragon Ball
definitely.
Z, and even the Yu Hakusho openings were dubbed, which beautifully dubbed,
Right.
but they were dubbed, openings and endings, and Dragon Ball Z, of course, had a brand new English opening, and even when we saw them, both Dragon Ball Z and Yu Hakusho, we didn't know they were anime. Digimon had a new opening, Pokemon had a new opening, so we didn't really get to see these Japanese openings, of course, as kids on US TV. So watching the Bleach as a teen, and you were as well, it was interesting. Kind of get those Japanese openings just in full,
Yeah,
in full, and then get to know some of these bands and kind of see them grow and change throughout the years and see some of their styles change. I don't know how much Aqua Times has personally changed, but I definitely might want to pick up their newest album and check it out, right, and see, what
yeah,
what they've been doing. Because it's interesting when you see like we were talking about My Hero Academia earlier, and Uberworld did the newest opening for My Hero Academia. I mentioned that earlier in a different article that we talked about, and it was so interesting because I could tell that it's them when I saw that it was them, but their style had
right,
changed so much compared to when they were doing stuff with Bleach, like
right.
10 years plus ago, so that but
Yeah,
like I can hear, like, hearing the voice of the lead singer, and also hearing the piano. It's always the piano that it's Uberworld. You're like,
right.
is piano in this opening? It might actually be Uberworld, but still, listening to that song, it's like, oh wow, yes, they've changed throughout the years. And so it's just interesting how this band may have changed as well. So I'm definitely going to check them out in sooner rather than later, since they're gonna stop being a band on my birthday.
Right.
But how do you feel about that, Tristan? Them stop being a band on my birthday, no less.
On your
Yeah,
birthday?
on my birthday. Yeah,
I guess, well, it sucks to be you.
yeah, I agree. I'm not. You're not wrong there, Tristan. But no. But I mean, this is sad. You know.
Yeah.
Do you have any strong feelings one way or the other? Or?
No, I mean, I'm sad that they're breaking up. Like you said, I hope it isn't any bad blood between the bandmates or anything
Yeah.
like that. Um, but, I hope I'm sure, they've made a decently big enough name for themselves
Yeah.
that they could go on and do other things if they so
Or
please.
just
So,
live off that money, live off them
that too.
royalties. Because I gotta
Yeah,
be honest. It's nice to do what you want to do with your life. Like as an artist, right? But you do have to think about, like, 15 years later, right? You want
right.
to hope that you've made a big enough name that if you want to move on to a new project, you can, or you can just sit back and go, I'm okay, right? I'm content.
Right.
I lived
Yeah,
15 years of this life, right? We made it, you know? But
right.
that's
Yeah.
also a nice thought as well. Also want to mention, by the way, lead singer for Disturbed, David Draymond, is also, he's in Device. That's the band I was thinking of. So yeah, so I heard Device and I was like, this sounds like Disturbed in some ways, and it was, and it was. But yeah, so either way, bands come, sometimes they go, but either way, the music still lives on, and that's what matters. You can still go back and watch. I mean, I have Bleach on DVD. You can still go back and watch those old Bleach DVDs, and
Yeah.
you can find their music on there, and you can also buy a freaking album. You jerk. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You could, as
Well,
I
okay.
haven't bought them. That's what I'm calling out myself. I haven't bought any of their
Say that
albums.
seemed to have taken a turn.